What it do, baby boo? I'm back. It's been a hot minute, okay? I filmed going on a trip to Philly for a soccer game, and then the footage just, it wasn't it, okay? It was a lot of, I'm used to vlogging on TikTok where you just put sound over it, but that's not really what you do on YouTube. So it was just a mess. So anyway, today we're gonna get ready together, okay? We're gonna do some makeup, and I figured I would just talk about what's going on in the world. And by that I mean pop culture, obviously. So starting off with the Versed Milky Toner. I don't fully understand what toner is for, I'll be honest. But I use it because all the girlies do, you know, and I'm a follower. That is actually so true of myself. I sometimes will catch myself, and by sometimes I mean, honestly, probably more than I should admit, will catch myself on TikTok, like watching a video and then thinking something and then like having an idea about the video, and then I read the comments and everyone has a different thought than me, and me being like, oh, actually, you know what, they're right. And I'm just like switching over to their thought process. And I don't know if that makes me a follower or if it's because then I gathered more information and I was better able to form my opinion. That's how I like to look at it, so that I don't sound like a follower, but I don't actually know. Okay, next I'm gonna go with the Fenty Beauty primer. I think it's the Pro Filter Soft Silk Hydrating Primer. I need hydration right now because my skin is so dry. Whenever I'm anxious, my skin, my eczema flares, and my whole face just starts like drying up in patches. And currently my dog, she just had surgery 2 days ago. I don't know when this video will go up, so it was on Friday the 18th, 16th, 17th. I don't know what day the surgery was. I just know it was Friday. I don't know the number day, okay? But she had surgery, and so just up until her getting the surgery, she got injured the Sunday before the surgery. So she was injured for a whole week before. It was a whole thing. Anyway, I talk about that on my TikTok. Coke break. I would love to be able to talk about drinking Coke as much as people talk about drinking Diet Coke, but you know, when they say like, oh, this and a Diet Coke, like, have to take my Diet Coke break, I can't say like, oh, this and Coke. Have to take my Coke break, because then it sounds like I'm talking about drugs. And I'm not. Okay, so I don't actually love this product. My entire table for like 2 weeks after I used it last time was covered in glitter. I thought it was MCO Beauty, but I keep seeing ads where I guess it's MCO Beauty. But it's the Super Glow Golden Drops. It's the dupe of the, you know, the one. And, oh, this is in the shade, is it in the shade Super Glow? Is that? Oh, it's in the shade Gold. Okay, it's written real tiny on the back. But I used it. Oh, and then I'm also going in with the Tower 28 Sunny Days in shade Melrose 15. But anyway, last time I used it, it got glitter everywhere because I used it with my hands. And so this time I'm gonna put it directly on my face with this. This is what I've been seeing people do. And so that is what we're gonna try and do. Anyway, okay, I feel like I'm putting way too much on, but now I gotta cover every inch of my face. So I guess that's what, okay. Anyway, if you're new here, which you probably are because I have like 15 subscribers, whatever. That's way too much. Ooh, that's too much. Okay, well, I am a big trial and error girl, okay? And by that I mean I mess up a lot in my makeup routine, and then I just start over. And so if you see this and you're like, girl, yeah, don't worry. Okay, also I got this little makeup brush set from TikTok shop from Mange, I don't know that, but it comes in this cutie little box, and it has all the brushes, and it's definitely a dupe for the Hourglass, because okay, this is the Mange one, this is the Hourglass one. Look at that. And this just looks bad because it's like hella used, but like, are you kidding? Okay, so let's see if the Super Glow whatever looks better this time now that I'm using it mixed in. Let's see. Anyway, this week in pop culture, obviously number one is Coldplay, right? The concert, the CEO and head of HR. And that rocked my world, my corporate world, because I work in HR. And so it was like, it hit close to home, even though I obviously don't work for that company. Man, do I wish I did. One of the reasons I got into HR was because I love gossip. Like that is, you're basically just a professional gossiper at that point, okay? And how could you not want that? Yeah. So I just know that Astronomer, is that the company? Yeah, something like that. I just know those people had the best day after that happened. Like their work day, you just know everyone was talking about it. And I wonder if like their Slack, their IT guy was like going through and reading everyone's Slacks by using like the code word, like the keyword to search, because I'm sure I would have. I mean, unless that's like against corporate policy, I don't know. I am big on rule following, so if it was against the rules, I wouldn't have, but I mean, I would have been tempted. Anyway, yeah, if you are a big gossiper and you don't know what to do with your life, maybe HR, okay? Okay? I'm not gonna tell you it pays the best, because it doesn't, but hey, I make pretty good money for a single 28-year-old, and I mean, I bought my own house. This is it. And I like do well, but I also am single with no kids, except for my dogs, which actually now I'm paying $1 bajillion. It's literally over $10,000 for my dog to have been to the vet this past week. Like this week of bills was over $10,000. It's a good thing I have family help, because yeah, that would have put me in financial ruins. But before I knew that I would have family help, before that family member reached out and offered, I like went to TikTok and, oh, okay, so I guess we're moving topics. Now we're gonna go on to panhandling on TikTok. Actually, no, let's finish the CEO. So the CEO, first off, I found out the company doesn't even have to do with space. How are you gonna name a company Astronomer and then not deal with space? That seems dumb. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Your space at that point. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with the NYX Pro Fix Stick, the correcting concealer in peach, dark peach? Yeah, dark peach. This guy, I think it helps. I need to get up and wet my sponge because I forgot. And then the House Labs concealer, don't know the name of this, Clone Skin Tech Concealer in 5, Fair Peach. So dark peach and then fair peach on top. Cute, did not know that. All right, one sec, let me go and wet this. Yeah, so how are you gonna name a company that something spacey and then not deal with space? That's annoying. So obviously already hate them there. Secondly, I hate cheaters. That you're a piece of shit. Like that, plain and simple, you're a piece of shit. Just break up with your person. Oh, I can't, there's so many factors. Then don't fucking cheat. Like that, just cheating is never the answer. I just hate people. Also, I am going to be a model, okay? Model of, what's it called? PRFG, I think are the letters. Where they stick something under your under eyes to help with your dark circles. Let's see if it works. But my plastic surgeon, the one I got my breast reduction at, he has an in-house aesthetic nurse lady thing. I don't know the name of that profession, but he has one of those. And she posted on Instagram asking if anyone wanted to be a model for it. And I said, yadoy, because I had been looking into it. And she was like, you'll get it at a discount rate as long as you let me post about you. And I'm vain, and I love when people post about me. Like, I love when I go to get my hair done, and then they post my hair after, or I get my nails done, and they post about my nails after. Like, yes, post about me. I love that. At least I admit I'm vain, okay? Here I am posting on the internet. Obviously, I'm vain. But anyway, gonna be doing that. How did I get to that? I don't know. But anyway, so that guy, first off, if they had reacted better, it would not have been an issue, right? Like, no one would have cared. But they reacted like buffoons. And, like, did they think that people would know who they were there, and so they immediately had to? Because the second you do that, everyone is then going to be like, what the fuck was that? And they're going to be curious, and they're going to want to look it up, you know? And also, just to cheat so publicly, that is what got me. Like, everyone being like, oh, the reaction. Yeah, I agree. The reaction was abysmal. But also, it's like Ned from the Try Guys. Was that his name? He was like, my wife guy. He was constantly talking about his wife, and then it turns out he was a fucking cheater. And he got found out because he cheated at a concert or something, and people found him and texted or hey girlied his wife. And I think they're still together, if I'm not. Him and the wife, not him and the mistress. But also, what is the male mistress? Mistro? Like, what do you call that? Anyway, so he is obviously the biggest piece of shit, right? Because also, you're gonna take the mistress to Coldplay? Take me to Coldplay instead. Like, don't take your mistress. Just stupid. My brain. Are y'all following along? Are you following? Because I'm not. Okay, next, we're going in with the Patrick Ta She's Sculpted. The contour and powder bronzer duo. So open this bad boy up, and then, okay, go with this. So yeah, that just pissed me off because, like, how are you gonna be mad after? Because his statement afterwards being like, oh, artists need to respect our privacy and da-da-da, like, Coldplay had no right basically to out me like that. And it's like, bitch, you're in public. You are in public right now. You chose this. That's on you, and you can't actually be mad because, first off, you're in the wrong. You can't be mad at someone for outing you for being a dickhead, okay? Like, maybe don't be a dickhead and you won't be outed. Simple as that. But also, you're literally at a public venue, out in public, and, like, if you're gonna cheat, not that I'm telling you to, but if you are, fucking do it in, like, some sleazy hotel room that no one's gonna see you in. Like, don't do it out in a stadium with, how many people were there? Like, I went to a football game recently, soccer, and I think the attendance was like 65,000, and that's like the stadium style that tour, right, that Coldplay does, so it must have been around that, like 65,000 people, and you think that you're entitled to privacy there? No, that's not how that works. So he's just also an idiot on top of being a dickhead and a shit human. And then also her. You think she didn't know he had a wife? You're head of HR. You help him with benefits. You help him with all things HR. And you're gonna say you didn't know? I mean, she didn't say that. I don't know if she did. But, like, you knew. So you're also a shit human. Like, you're both, obviously he's way worse because he's the one that made a vow to his wife to not cheat on her, to be faithful. But as a girl, as a fellow woman, you should not be fucking shitty. So she sucks. But obviously the main brunt of it all falls on him for being the worst. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Do I want that one today? No, I want this one. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Sticks Blush in Under Pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, beautiful. Oh, this, by the way, broke, so real fun. But that's okay because I dropped it, so it was on me. And then when I was trying to open it, because then it got like real stuck after it fell, and I went with everything, and next thing I knew, it was broken. So who told me to be literally so strong? Like, maybe I should be weaker. I'm actually so weak. Anyway, so this is how I do my blush. And then now I've started to connect, because I guess that's what people are doing. I don't know, I'm a follower, so that's what I'm doing. But where is it? Okay, so now just pat, 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 pat So yeah, anyway, off of them, what was the other topic that I had started talking about? And then I was like, wait, no, let me finish Coldplay. Do y'all remember? You can't answer me. Why did I ask that? Damn, what was it? I was like, I'll get back to that. I shouldn't have said that. I know I won't get back to it. That was dumb of me. Okay, don't love the connecting thing, because now it just looks like I got a major sunburn, right? That's not cute. That's not cute. Should I do concealer over that? I'm going to. See, this is what I said about trial and error. Okay, so I'm gonna go like that. Oh, panhandling, right? Okay, so essentially I became a panhandler on TikTok this week because, so as I mentioned, my dog injured, right? So backstory there, because I talked about it on TikTok, not here. My dog was running and hit her leg on the corner of the wall and broke her talus bone, which is very impressive of her because that is a very difficult bone to break. It's very, very rare. So love that for my sweet girl. However, it caused for a very expensive fix. So my first appointment was $750 at our regular vet, with like the x-ray and the appointment and the stat results and all that. And okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with the blush a little bit, like over it, but without going all the way to my nose. Because I covered up a little bit of it. And so then he called me and was like, okay, it's broken. You need to see an orthopedic. Also, I put some on my forehead for that sun-kissed look. He said, you need to go see an orthopedic surgeon. And I said, okay, cool. Went to that lady. And they were like, okay, just the consult is $195. I said, beautiful, wonderful, amazing, I love that. And at that appointment, they said, okay, she needs to have a CAT scan, and that'll be $3,500. And I said, okay, anything for my child, my sweet infant. She's actually a senior dog. She's 8. She turns 9 at the end of this year, and she's just the sweetest little bugger in all the land. Okay, by the way, next, I'm going in with the Milani Dulce Pink Baked Powder Blush. And she did the CAT scan, and they were like, okay, she needs surgery. And then she had the surgery, and the surgery itself was like $6,800, I think, around there. So it was a lot of money spent on this, right? But I wasn't gonna let her stay broken. Like I posted about it on TikTok. That's how we're getting to panhandling, by the way. I posted about it on TikTok, and people were like, oh my God, thank you so much for like taking her to get surgery. And I was like, how could I not? Like, she's injured. Why would I leave her injured? I'm not gonna leave her in pain. But yeah, I guess some people do, because it's just so expensive. They would rather not pay. I would rather, and this is a very privileged thing to say, but I'd rather go broke trying to help her than not help her. You know, like, that's my baby. And so with going broke, by the way, now I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Bake and Set Brightening Pink, because I forgot to do that under my eyes. Ooh, that got on me. But so I posted a video and I said, hey, I did the, hey, stay for 60 seconds thing. And Miss Ma'am, lay down, don't jump. Oh, okay, you're just moving to a better spot. Okay, go ahead. Sweet. Okay. Sorry, she started moving and I was worried she was gonna jump from the couch. She didn't. She just wanted to sit on a different part of the couch. But anyway, I posted one of those videos and I was like, hey, stay for 60 seconds. I'm in the creator fund. If you stay for 60 seconds, like, help me pay for my dog surgery. And people were amazing and helped and reposted and shared, and it was amazing. However, TikTok pays boohickey. They pay a bullshit amount, and I think I got like $20 off of that video. So anyway, $20 does help. But then after I posted that, I saw a video that, I mean, it wasn't like towards me. They weren't posting it about me, but I saw it after I posted my video, like a few days after I posted my video. And they were complaining about people that make videos like that. And I know it wasn't about me because it was posted before my video, but TikTok only showed it to me after I posted my video. But they were like, I hate when people post those videos, like, we are not required to help you, you're just panhandling and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh wait, I forgot to do bronzer. Okay, so going back to the Patrick Ta, she hated the fact that people were doing that. And my thing with that is, then I made a video about that as well, not tagging her or anything, because like, I'm not gonna start beef with anyone, it's her opinion. But I was like, you don't have to watch the video. You can just scroll away. But why would you hate on someone for trying to help, you know? And then in my comments, someone was like, or trying to ask for help. And then in my comments, someone was like, oh, like, I just hate that they like try to emotionally manipulate you by being like, oh, this situation. And then someone commented back to them, so I didn't have to. But they were like, no, they're not emotionally manipulating them. They're just telling you, they're being like honest about what the money is for. Now going back to this, by the way, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have said, by the way, so many times, perfect brow pencil in medium brown. I brush my brows up first and then go in. Man, I'm burpy today. I mean, I am drinking a Coke. I really need to get my eyebrows done. Anyway, it was just, I just don't get that, because it's like, you don't have to watch the video. You can just scroll away. You can hit not interested. You can do whatever. But why get mad at someone for doing something to help their situation? Like, oh yeah, the internet's not required. Yeah, they're also not asking for money. Because I did have people like message me and be like, hey, is there a GoFundMe link? And I didn't want that, because I didn't want to take people's hard-earned money for something. But like, you sitting there watching something for because you literally only have to watch the first 5 seconds of the video for TikTok to keep pushing it out. It just leaked. And like, I would rather take a big corporation's money than a random civilians that needs it. So I didn't do a GoFundMe. But anyway, so that's how I see it, where it's like, it's really, I just don't think it's that big of a deal. So anyway, yeah, apparently people hate that. Cause I mean, I get the like, when someone's on live and they're like, send me a galaxy, send me a rose, send me a whatever, do this, do that. Yeah, no, at that point you're asking people, because for those, people have to pay. And then you're just begging people for money. That I think is weird. And that I also have a problem with. But if you're just asking someone to watch your video, which takes 5 seconds of their time and requires no money, and then helps the person out. And this, I'm saying, even before I asked for it myself, I would always stay and watch the videos, repost them, whatever, because why not? Like, you're just, like, it's community. Like, you're helping each other out. I really do not see the problem. And so I just thought it was such a weird take, but a lot of people in the comments were agreeing with her. And I was like, damn, okay, I guess these just aren't my type of people. And that's fine. They don't have to be my friends and I don't have to be theirs and we don't have to like each other. But I just think it's weird. So I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. brow laminating gel. And then on top of that, go in with the Kosas Air Brow in brown black, because this leaves a white cast. And I don't like that, but I do like how there's a hair stuck to my face. I can't get it. I can't get it. I can't get it. Oh, that's annoying me. Ah. Where is it? Oh, I got it. Oh, thank God. Okay. Also, when I use this, I like wipe off the excess because it leaves it hella white. But I just like the way this like holds my brow in place, so that's why I use it. But it does leave that white cast, so that's why I go over it with the Kosas Air Brow, because I don't think the Kosas Air Brow is very good at holding your brow in place. I want to try the Selena Gomez Rare Beauty one, because apparently, according to the internet, That's the shit. Like, people love that. And so would love to try that. I might buy that next, but I want to finish the ones I have first, so that I don't just have a bajillion things. Okay, so now just fixing the top here so that I don't like the feathered look all that much. Okay, now going in with this one to get some color back in there. Anything else on the internet? Oh, there's obviously still Love Island discourse. People upset with Huda still. I just think, first off, she didn't commit a crime. Like, people, I don't understand why people hate her so much. I think maybe they're triggered because she reminds them of someone in their personal life. I don't know. But I just think the girl didn't commit a felony, you know? Like, was she a little toxic sometimes, a little manipulative? Yes, but so are most people that go on reality TV. And I don't know if it's just because I've watched Real Housewives and Vanderpump Rules and The Challenge. Like, if you have watched, like, MTV The Challenge and Bravo, those people are toxic, okay? Like, if you can't compare Huda to those people, like, and people are making her out to be the worst. Jax Taylor is probably the worst human to ever exist on the planet, and he still has people that love him. And he has done so much worse than Huda, and she's getting, like, Jax Taylor equivalent, Jax Taylor whatever treatment, and I think that's just. And then whenever you call out misogyny and you're like, it's so misogynistic that they're doing this. Okay, I'm going in with the Merit Kava. They're like, it's not misogynistic that we're calling it out. And it's like, no, it is. You're just not realizing it, because you're also talking about a show where they had, okay, she's a Palestinian woman, and then you're gonna bring in a bombshell that is Zionist, like pro-Israel, while that woman is in there. You also had you had very troubling reposts from a lot of the men, okay? At least 2 or 3. And you only kicked out the women, right? They kicked out Ulissa and Sierra, which they should have, but they also should have kicked out the men. You're gonna get mad at Huda? Like, was she annoying at times? Yeah, but it's not, there's no reason for this huge fucking kerfuffle that it turned into, and that is what annoyed me about this whole thing. All right, to set my whole face, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. I'm between using the e.l.f. and the One Size. So the One Size is in Sweet Honey, e.l.f. is in Light Medium. I think I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. today. Yeah, I just think people made the biggest deal about it, and then them being like, oh, she said she was bullied. She was. She was bullied. That doesn't mean she didn't still try and hang out with those people and try and be their friend and try and, like, as someone who was bullied herself, I would still try and befriend my bullies and be like, hey, besties, oh, da-da-da, because you just want to get on their good side so that they stop bullying you. And bullying doesn't have to be them being like, you piece of shit, and like pushing her into fences and stuff, like what happened to me. But their actions were bullying, like they were being mean. And I'm not even talking about Shelly and Alandria. I'm talking about Iris, Sierra, and Nick. I thought they were her bullies. I think Shelly and Alandria got reasonably fed up with her and just decided to part ways. I don't see what they did as bullying, but I definitely, like, Iris, Sierra, and Nick constantly, like, talking about her. I did see that as bullying. And so, and she didn't name any names on that Call Her Daddy interview. So I don't know. I just don't get people. Also, yeah, today I want to try, okay? I got an ink felt something. Is that what it's called? An eyeliner, black Epic ink liner from NYX. And I want to try it out. However, I'm very bad at eyeliner, like very bad. but we're gonna try it anyway. I bought this with my little sister and I haven't tried it yet. Okay. Okay. Whew, I'm scared. Okay. Do I pull my thing out? I also don't, oh, that's already messed up. Okay. I mean, it could have been worse. Could have been way better, but. Oh, this one's bad. This one's bad. Have a little wet thing here. Okay, I feel like this one actually does not look as bad as I thought it did. Maybe if I go in with my little concealer. No, this is way too big. Let me grab a different brush. I don't think I've completed any thought during this video. Have I? I'm not positive, but I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't, because I do that sometimes. Okay, let's see. Does that fix it? A little bit. They're definitely not even, but I'm not gonna touch it because that's just gonna make it worse. So that's what we've got for today. Oh my God, I'm gonna take a picture and send it to my little sister. I also have this new lip product. It's because I love the fat oil NYX thing, and they have a slick click one, the shiny lip balm in I got DM Me. So let's try that. My little sister tried it on in store and she didn't love the color on her, but we have way different complexions. And so, hi on me. Oh no, I don't love that. I should have listened to her. Yeah, it's like kind of purpley. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not great. No, it's bad. No, it's bad. It looks Barney-ish. Maybe if I add, do I have another lip product in here that I can add on top of it that'll make it better? I have my other fat oil one over there. Let me grab it. This one, I love the shade. It's the, what is it called? Supermodel. Ooh, slay. Okay, it's very shimmery, but I really like this shade. Don't know if it's gonna be good on top of this weird ass color. It'll help it. I don't think it's enough. Guys, that was real bad. No, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, no, we're gonna rip that off. I can't wear that. That looked ridiculous, right? You agree. And if you don't, I'm telling you to. Oh, I had a dream last night that my mustache was like real intense. And then someone commented and was like, I love your facial hair. And I was like, bitch, don't, that's unnecessary. And then I woke up this morning and I ran to check if my mustache was huge. And I mean, she's definitely there, but she's not as massive as she was in my dream. See, I like this color. I like this color. But that's just part of being Latina, is having facial hair. Oh, I need to set this. Okay. Mascara would make the eyeliner look better. Let's see. Let's try. I usually hate wearing mascara because I have really bad eye allergies, but we're doing it today. It's the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara in black, I think. I believe it's black. Oh, also other news. So this is a random fact that I'm pretty sure no one on the internet knows about me. The love of my life is Shaquille O'Neal, okay? I was 12 or 13 years old at a Justin Bieber concert, and Mr. Shaquille O'Neal walks out on stage and performs with Justin Bieber. And when I tell you, I left that concert in love with Shaq. I was like, he just seemed like a giant teddy bear, and I loved him. And so ever since then, I have loved that man. And at my old job, I used to have to wear, like, my last job that I had that was in office, because I've been remote for like 4 years now. But the last in-office job I had, okay, now it's the all-nighter. This is the waterproof one, I think. Maybe. No, it's not. Oh, it's not the waterproof one. It might have been. I thought it was. Anyway, this is the one I'm using. I'm actually gonna wait a second before my mascara dries. But I used to have a picture of him behind my ID that I used to wear around my chest, my chest. I used to wear around my neck because I loved him and I wanted everyone to know. And anyway, at that job, which I will not disclose too much information, he was there shooting a commercial at the location I worked on Friday. And I was gonna go stalk him. But my dog was having surgery that day, and I chose to be a good mother. And so I did not go stalk Shaquille O'Neal. And I am so upset that I did not get to meet that man and know that he was just right there. He was an arm's length away, and I didn't. I legitimately love him. And so it was actually really upsetting. Okay. But you know what? It just wasn't meant to be. That's how I have to look at it. You know, Phoebe broke her leg. That's what we had to focus on. And I'm glad we did because she had a fantastic surgery. She is recovering well. And that is all that matters. But I am still upset that I did not get to meet the love of my life. And would I have actually met him? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on if my old coworkers would have let me in the building. They knew I was gonna try, and then I let them know that I was no longer going because of Phoebe. So anyway, that is that. Why did I tell that story? I don't know. Anyway, this is the final look. I can lift my eyebrows now that my Botox is going away. I used to not be able to do this for like 8 years. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Anyway, this is it. Is it fantastic? No, but I'm also not going anywhere today. So I was doing this just for funsies. Also, I slept with my hair in braids and it just is not doing anything. So anyway, that's it for today. Peace out, Girl Scout. Catch you on the flippity flip. Bye.